Welcome back to the Pursuit of Accuracy. I'm Josh. Today we're going to be out here talking about the CZ457. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of modifying this, what I've learned over the last 5 years. We're going to show you guys some brand new products that I've been testing and basically what I've come up with as the ultimate CZ457 if you were looking to do an extreme build. Now there are pros and cons to everything, and we're going to be talking about barrels, extractors, firing pins, chassis, the whole works, even down to magazines. Because like I said, I've been shooting this platform for about 5 years, so I think I've learned quite a few things. And with some new products that have come out, I think I've come up with the ultimate in kind of the pinnacle of CZ457 performance, crossing over the performance and really crazy accuracy and reliability, which is what the CZ457 is known for. So we could easily do this video in my studio, but what better way than to showcase this and to get out here on the range and shoot it. I'm going to be showing you guys some downrange footage out of the track spotter, and yeah, we're just going to play around. We are literally running through just like 4 random lots. This is like my test lot leftover, so we're just shooting random stuff. So we're really not trying to like print crazy groups. We're going to shoot some steel, and more importantly, we're going to talk about what I talked about in the beginning of this video: reliability, creating the ultimate CZ457 with some new products. All right, so one of the very first mods that a lot of guys do to the CZ457 is replace the barrel. Now, CZ457 barrels are pretty good, but there is definitely a lot better. Now, when guys replace these barrels, oftentimes they're going to use match grade barrels, which is basically a very well finished barrel with a match chamber. Now, pros to this are obviously it's going to be more accurate, a lot of times more consistent. And the con is that you have a tighter match chamber, and that's the first thing we're talking about. Is for some people it's a big deal if you can't extract a live, and having that tighter chamber sometimes is going to increase the rate of failure on extraction because we're using production CZ457 parts. So the first thing we're going to talk about here is these Talon extractors from Desert Precision Gunworks. Now he sells them in a pair that's both the kind of the pusher and the extractor, and he even says they're so grippy that basically just start using just the right side, the ejection side extractor only. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and chamber this. I'm not gonna fire it. This would not extract live. This is a very short chamber specifically designed for Ely, and that means I'm getting a lot of jam of that lead projectile into the rifling on bolt close, and it would not extract alive. And I haven't even attempted this. This is literally the first round through here, but this should extract. Yep, that popped out that live round just fine. So for me right away, I hadn't even tested these. I was so confident they were going to work, I just threw it on video, literally the first one. And yeah, it's extracting them absolutely no problem. So pros and cons of barrels, again, you're going to get something really accurate, but you know, it's going to increase the difficulty of extraction on that tight chamber. This has not been shot in quite a while, but let's see how we do. CZ putting in work. A little left. Yeah, this is a random lots of Ely match. We're going to reload these. Now this barrel is a pre-fit from Modicam Custom Rifles. Obviously there are other options. Kenny over at Desert Precision Gunworks will do you up a completely like semi like permanent fit barrel, like a thermo fit barrel, so exactly fit for your receiver. Is going to true up your receiver. So you know, if you're looking to get every little bit of accuracy out of your CZ, then that's probably the way to go. These pre-fits, now there's a ton of pre-fits, and if you've been around the channel, you've seen me do a lot of videos on pre-fits. There's a lot of really great options. So since we're on the subject of kind of extraction issues, and we're just going to do this again, look at that. This is, I'm really happy to see this out of this product. We're also going to talk about something probably less talked about, and it's another kind of inexpensive modification that a lot of guys will do. And that is they may buy like one of these Pete's Pillars firing pins. Now there's a modified and unmodified. I'm gonna get up close to the camera and show you guys that. So this is a standard CZ457 firing pin. Focus. And you can see this part here is completely flat. Now this is standard, and what people do is they get a modified version. Focus. So what people do is they get a modified firing pin version, and you can see here this part is protruding more. Now this is the part of the firing pin that actually hits the rim of the cartridge. Because out of this whole shell, only that little part up there. So yeah, so we reduce the mass everywhere else and we make a protrusion only where it counts, because we don't want to spread the entire, like, basically inertia of this over the entire area of this contact. So we want to pinpoint it and get a little spot of ignition, and that's going to increase ignition. Now, a less talked about con to this is that when you have a match chamber and you are really smacking the crap out of this rim, you can actually peen the cartridge a little bit, and that can actually increase the difficulty of extraction. So that is something to consider. And you know, this is something we've tested, and it's not going to work in every single gun, but a lot of times I do see that I get more consistent ignition as far as, you know, SD and ES on a chronograph. We're just tearing this thing up. We're going to go out to 100. Now I am running a modified firing pin in this rifle, and I do want to give a shout out to Pete's Pillars, because not only am I rocking one of their modified firing pins, they also sent me these weights. These are some nice low profile weights. You guys will see them. That's something that they sell. You'll see them again in other videos. I just started testing, but ultimately they're weights. They're at a really good price and they work for balancing the rifle. But again, it's something we'll talk about again here in the future. Let's parallax up. I don't know my dope, so we're going to rely on the Midwest precision shooting target here. I'm going to aim at that one impact just left of it. Uh-oh, get out of there. All right, let's see what we can do. Oh, just off of it. I think that was it. That's a 1/4 inch at 100 yards. So yeah, so we've talked about barrels. Again, not many cons, but if you go with a match chamber, just know that you could take away your ability to extract live rounds, as that's important to you. A lot of people, they don't care. We've talked about the 457 Talon extractors and some modified firing pins. So another thing is magazines. Now, I have been running these L3i 13 round mags for quite a while. There's a lot of good options out there. We're gonna be switching to a whole nother lot of ammo mid-magazine here. But I ran extensions, the Anarchy extensions, for a long time. I still run them. They work really well in the rifle still. I do prefer these billet. NDR Shooting makes a great billet magazine. So there's a lot of good options with mags out there. Again, these 13 rounders are primarily what I run. Let's see if we can hit that 1/4 inch again. Oh, just off of him. Now it's missing right. There we go. Literally random ammo. Oh, just off of it. And that was obviously the new round. Just left. We are just wearing this thing out. That is freaking hilarious. Wearing out the 1/4 inch at 100 yards with a CZ457. Kind of leaves one more thing to talk about. Now, there's a bunch of little accessories. So for bases, these rails, I run the Area 419 stuff, always have. They do knobs, and I don't know if Kenny's selling these knobs. To get you guys a close-up. Now, I'm not like an affiliate. I don't get kickbacks from anything, but I did get a little swindled into this review because Kenny sent these out, and these are amazing. Like I said, no kickbacks, but he also sent me this freaking bolt knob, and it's got my logo on it. So, you know, kind of hard not to talk good about the guy who sends you a bolt knob now, I think that he probably sells these. Not that, you know, everybody's going to get their logo on it, but it is very similar feeling to me to the Area 419 bolt knob, but I do like this a little bit more. It has kind of these little ridges in it, and man, it gives you some really good grip if you were going to be running this. Maybe your hands are cold, maybe you're wearing gloves, maybe it's raining out. I don't shoot in the rain, so I wouldn't know, but you know, in those conditions, this is probably going to give you a little bit more grip than the Area 419. Pretty much going to leave kind of one big thing that a lot of guys, you know, look at, which is your stock, your chassis. Now, I can tell you from 5 years of messing with this, I ran the MTR stock. It is plastic pillar bedded from the factory. It will do about anything you need to do. It is not modular, of course. So now when you start looking up from that, you're looking at, you know, stuff like the KRG, stuff like that. Honestly, if you're gonna bump up and you're gonna shoot any kind of competition, I would say just go ahead and jump up either to the Vision or the MDT. Now the MDT released their new chassis. It's really cool. And I don't have one, but MPA just released a Vanquish. Hopefully, maybe we can do a review on that. They have a really cool side lever. They have a really cool side lever release built into the side of theirs, which makes getting in here and getting these mags really easy. Obviously, the MDT ACC that you guys saw me review, it has a nice cutout in front of the mag well. The Vision for me is really easy to get into. Let's keep shooting at this quarter, but all in all, guys, you know, you have seen me review a lot of things, and to me, this is the ultimate setup. Again, I'm running one side here, and these are the first shots through this. I see my ejection. Yeah, my ejection has been a little funny. He does say in here, like, just to try the one side first, so that's what I did. I will probably go ahead and try the other side, pusher 2 for the combo to try and get a little bit more. And it could be just breaking in. It does say you need to, you know, run this like 20, 30 times. So actually, let's see how it does now. It did seem to be getting stronger, but it's extracting live rounds. That's a live round. It could not do that before. So let's see. Oh, of course the wind's gonna pick up on me. A little right to left. Let's see what we got. We're gonna go kind of straight up for spin drift. Oh, yep, it was off left. That looked really good. Oh, just off of it. Come on. Just off left. Don't do it to me. Just off right. Are you kidding me? There it is. Had to get the wind. Oh, just off of it. There it is. If the wind stays constant, we just wear this thing out. And that's a 1/4 inch target at 100 yards. I mean, this is ridiculous. Kind of makes me wonder why I'm even shooting anything else, but that's 2 completely random lots. All right, we're moving to a third completely random lot again. We're gonna stretch it out to 150 yards, so by far the hardest shooting we've done. We're probably gonna throw down a couple groups, shoot some targets. But again, guys, you know, this may be the rifle that I go back to for when I shoot competitions. The CZ457, I love this rifle. I've got a ton of experience with it. I attribute most of the success on this channel and having you guys as a really great audience because of the CZ457. So maybe it's time. Maybe it's time I come back and maybe I double down. Maybe I build another CZ457. This is obviously the Monocam barrel. Maybe I'll go to Kenny. Maybe I'll get one thermofit. I'll run it in another chassis. And yeah, maybe we'll, I don't know. Let's see what you guys think about that. Let's go out to 150. I'm gonna aim, there's, let's just go right at that center of that little IPSC, see what we do. Okay, that's basically exactly where I was aiming. Okay, first one was a hair low. Next ones are all in there. Okay, let's go after this guy. Oh, I shot the wrong target. What an idiot. You guys will see it too. There's a circle left of that. I shot at that. That is like 8 yards further. These are the targets I meant to shoot at. And yeah, we're a little high. We're gonna come down to about 3.8. There we go, centered that. Just beating that up. Yep. Yep. All right, we are going to, what was that? We are going to shoot a rapid fire 3, 4, 10 round group. I think that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What am I doing? I got windows. I could just do that. And we're going to pay attention to how this extracts, ejects, and just kind of how the gun runs. What am I going to aim at? All right, I'm going to actually purposely dial down. And I'm going to aim on the right plate. There's kind of a group. I'm going to aim at kind of the tip of that group. And it's going to fall low. Woo, got a little hung up, been a little rusty on shooting the old CZ. But yeah, guys, look, if you're looking for reliability, if you're looking for supreme accuracy, the CZ457, with all the options right now in 2025, I'm convinced will compete with anything. I shoot SD and ESs that are super competitive with even the most high-end rifles. And I would know, I'm not throwing shade on those rifles. I own those rifles. I own multiples of them. I love them. They are a different rifle, a different feel, but there's something really great about the simplicity. I think I was trying to like add a couple of verbs to that. I think I was trying to add a few more syllables to that, but the simplicity of this rifle, the reliability of it, how easy it is to get parts, how easy it is to build. I think I am going to do another one. Let me know down below if you want to see more CZs on the channel. And if there's a need there, maybe I'll go get another action. I'll talk to Kenny. I got a few barrels laying around. I could send him a barrel, have him kind of thermo fit one up and run it in like the ACC, or maybe I'll talk to MPA, Phil over there. We'll get the Vanquish, and we'll kind of have two different CZs. And of course, you know, I still got kind of that bone stockish one in my MTR stock. That's a great rifle, fan favorite, timeless gun. But these are purpose-built machines, and I think you're seeing that performance. The 100-yard quarter-inch stuff was crazy, and this is a CZ457. At the end of the day, that I probably couldn't do with any other gun I have right now in the ammo, and not with random ammo like this. This was random ammo. 4 different lots of random ammunition. We literally shot on the 50-yard KWL, the 100-yard KWL at the 100, and out to 150 yards. So guys, I don't know what else to say about this, but that I appreciate you guys for watching these, and we'll catch you on the next one.